Okay. Good evening, everybody. Father Connor here. I'm sitting by St. John Paul II statue, and the reason for that, if you saw my earlier post, 100 years ago today, St. John Paul II was baptized, Carol Wautia, in the Church of Presentation Blessed Virgin Mary of Wadowice, his hometown. That church is right across the street from where he grew up, where he was born. He was actually born in his parents' apartment, and people actually were sitting outside the window when he was born. So just a little over a month and 2 days after his birth, his parents brought him to be baptized, and that baptismal font is still present. And John Paul II would pray at that font when he came back as Pope, when he was in Poland several times, to go to his hometown in the parish of his church, and it's the same church where he received his first communion, his first confession, was confirmed, and celebrated one of his first masses. So just want to honor St. John Paul II today. So what am I going to talk about tonight? Well, if you've heard that we're opening up next week, Monday, June 29th is the first day for public daily mass, and 2 weeks from today is the first day for Sunday mass. So July 4th will be the first Sunday mass will be open. So Saturday, July 4th, the 5 o'clock mass, and Sunday at 10 a.m. and then the 12 noon Spanish. So I just want to give you an update what we're doing. Now, as you know, the sisters have left, and I was planning to have this done before they left, which was supposed to be July 10th, but since they got the humanitarian flight, I'm back in the Rectory Chapel for Mass and now for live streaming. But I signed a contract where the guy who did the parish room for me a couple years ago, or for us a couple years ago, the TV's up, he's put up a video system and for us here in the church. And we're putting 2 cameras in the church. One's going to be by the choir loft, and one's going to be by the altar. And this will allow us to live stream using professional cameras. It will be connected to the parish sound system and give us a high quality video. And we won't have to worry about running around phones or computers or anything like that. And so these each camera has 16 presets. So for example, the sacristan will be in charge of that. And when we come up, there will be a shot of me in the back with the altar servers coming up in procession. And then we get up here to go to another camera. And then there'll be presets for the panning the whole altar, the chair, the ambo, and so forth. And when I get to the chair, the camera will focus on the chair. When the lector goes to the pulpit, the camera will focus on the pulpit and the lector. When I'm at the altar, I'll focus on the altar. And this will be much better than we had in the past using just the phone, one pan shot. And one of the reasons why I'm going to do this is even when we have public mass, it's only 25% capacity, but also some of you will still not feel comfortable coming to mass because the coronavirus is still out there. You know, it will be safe for many of you to stay home. So we're going to use that. But also, there's a lot of parishioners who've been members of the parish a long time and are homebound, and they can't come to church anyway, and they miss their church, they miss seeing their church. So there's be an opportunity for them to still be connected to the parish with that. And one of the great things about that too is, like, so we have a wedding. So there's a great couple comes every week that I'm preparing for marriage, Sarah and Michael. I've really gotten to know them very well. I'm looking forward to doing their wedding next year. So Sarah could create a private Facebook page just for her wedding, invite only people who want to it. And I could stream just to her page. And so all those, like, so who can't make the ceremony, or maybe they come into the reception later, but can't somebody want to watch it, they can watch that. Or after the ceremony's over, she gives the limo going for take pictures. Hey, I want to see what it looks like walking down the aisle. She just pull her phone out, go to her Facebook marriage page and wedding page, and see her wedding right there. So allow for families who can't come to certain masses to do that. So let's say you have a funeral. This happens sometimes, like you have someone, a lot of family in Ireland, they can't be here. Sometimes someone comes on an iPad to try to do the funeral. We can create a separate page for them to have for the funeral, and then we can live stream the funeral for them. Or it's say First Holy Communion, and you have family relatives in Ireland or Mexico, another country, the Philippines, and their grandparents can't come, but they want to see their grandchild make First Communion. We can live stream the First Communion, confirmation, and so forth. So it'll allow us to do a lot of opportunities to help people who can't be here to see what's going on in the parish. And one of your things we're going to do is going to put up big TV screens on church for a projection of mass responses, lyrics, and so forth. With the coronavirus, we can't have books in the church that we use, so we had to get rid of all the old hymnals we had. And these screens will allow us to project the lyrics in words, responses, artwork, photos, other things we can do. It will lend and enhance the liturgy and help people. So And that's what's going to happen. So hopefully starting Tuesday, the wiring is going to start, and as the equipment comes in, that work will be done. So those of you who come to church over the next 2 weeks praying, there might be some work going on, and that might be distracting to your private prayer, but that will be so when you open a public mass, all of that be inside. And one of the great things about the video system, what it does, it broadcasts all the live streams at once. So the Facebook page goes straight to the YouTube, goes to the website. If you ever decide to do any of our platforms, it go automatically all at once. So it's going to be really a great plus for our parish, especially with the new evangelization, keep things going and keep people connected. And we've used it also like when we're at the retreats, when the sisters come back. As you know, in the past, sometimes the sisters are here, we have our retreats, we had snowstorms. So we still can do those things instead of using the phone. We would use this new audio-visual system that we're going to put into church that broadcasts major events, concerts, so forth. So I'm a little excited about having that put in there to make this a better experience for all of you. Okay, so there's a little bit going on. So the next few days, I'll talk about reopening and what's going to go on. But just to put on your calendar, this coming Friday and the following Friday, I'll be available for confessions from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. So that's 5 hours, both Fridays, coming up before public mass starts, so you can go to confession. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be in the sacristy. And let me show you what it's going to look like, right? So I'll be in the sacristy. The reason why I'm doing inside the sacristy is so we have 6 feet of separation, be room. You don't worry about being too close to me. And if you want to be private, do private, but then also you go here. So let me show you. So this is the door coming in. So that's the stairwell coming from the church. So you would come in this way. There's the sacristy. And you would turn to your right. You come into this room here where I showed you guys before. And I'll be sitting by the crucifix, and I'll put another chair like right here. And then you come in, we'll have 6 feet separation, and then you go to confession here. And that's what we're going to do for that. Okay, so that's going to be this coming Friday at 1 o'clock. Because I'm going to eat lunch first, get myself some strength, and all at 6 o'clock. I'm going to do that for the next 2 Fridays, for those who want to go to confession. And I'll have signs up directing you to go where to go. Okay, so I just want you to want a good night and God bless. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.